Welcome to the Whiskey Vault.
I am Rex.
I'm Daniel.
He is a level 3 whiskey sommelier.
He's a level 7022 whiskey mooch.
Sure. That's Loch Lomond right there.
That's right.
And was this suggested by somebody?
No.
Okay.
No.
This is off the shelf.
We are about to discover a new favorite whiskey, I think.
How did you have
It's
these,
in our
these
future.
powers? You can just tell.
Yeah, I know.
Because we're not recording these after we shoot.
I know things.
Yes. Here we go.
Loch Lomond whiskey we're drinking.
Loch Lomond.
Where's your glass?
You didn't give me. This is my glass.
Ah,
Well, is this my glass? There's crap in my glass.
that was what I was
This is a
drinking.
used glass.
That's my whole glass.
What kind of host are you?
Yeah, a bad one.
All right.
You know the good thing about me leaving right now? There's no whiskey.
I know. There's
no whiskey for you to
nothing.
mooch.
I keep trying to
Yeah.
fidget here. There's
Okay, this is
nothing for me to
Loch
steal.
Lomond Inchmurrin.
It's Loch Lomond.
Loch Lomond Inchmurrin. Now this is about an hour away from Glasgow, to west towards Loch Lomond, the Loch, which is Lake Lomond, and this is named after the island that's in the middle of the lake called Inchmurrin.
This is a big, loud smell.
This is it is dramatic. Now
Yeah.
Loch Lomond is cool because they opened a distillery. Now, originally 1814 was the first time that supposedly a distillery opened on that location.
Can biscuit smell be loud?
Yeah. In 1814, we took a little trip, along with Colonel Jackson, down the mighty Mississippi.
So that show is about this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then it closed, and then in 1964 it got reopened. So right around the time of, what's his name, the comedic James Bond, Austin Powers. Anyway, so it reopened in 1964, and they did, even initially, like 7 different whiskeys. 2 or 3 of which were devoted to blending, right? So they produced whiskeys. They can make single malts, and they're making grain whiskeys, both. And some of their whiskeys go to blends, and some of their whiskeys go to malts. They have a whole series. I've got 3 or 2. I've got 2 back here. I've got the 12 and the 18.
Now, unless you pull,
and I've got the Inchmurrin Island whiskey.
If you don't pull them out, you're just showing off.
Let us get through one whiskey sip before you start mooching other whiskeys.
I'm looking out for you. I don't want you to come across as a big, stupid show-off.
I think it's funny that you had that as a possibility in your head.
All right, I'm curious to know whether or not the taste
is butterscotch
is as loud as the smell, because bam, it's right there on the nose. You're not having to hunt for anything.
You know what this also smells like? It smells like out here in the woods around the academy when you got the broken branch and you get this kind of live smell of tree and earth yeah, mixed in with butterscotch notes. It's very fresh smelling.
I'm going in.
Oh, that's a good whiskey.
A lot of oils.
Yeah.
Stay with you.
There's a smoke note on the end. At first, it's pretty flatlined. I was expecting a lot of acrobatics, but the first half of this sip is just flatlined butterscotch. And then at the very end,
Really?
it loops up.
See, I get a big smash of flavor on the front end, and then just steady, solid. It doesn't, it's not steady. It's not steady and invisible. It's steady, solid. Going in one more time. Hold on.
No, I get a core, simple, sweet note surrounded by these smoky notes.
I really like this.
Yeah.
I'm not believing you.
Now, what I discovered was
I'm hearing your experience to be wildly different from mine on this one.
yeah, which is great. Don't miss this whiskey, man. Loch Lomond's good. Now, we can get it here at Specs in Austin, but if you've got a Total Wine, I think they have the whole series of Loch Lomond at Total Wine.
This is like a cherry smoke.
Okay. I wasn't getting cherry at all, so let me go back in on this.
Cherry smoke.
No, I'm not getting cherry.
Okay, is this one of those? Okay, because it's happened a couple of times.
Oh, I'm getting raspberry. Because there's sour notes in there. So there's a restaurant I always get berries and cream, and they always mix blueberries, raspberry, and
I could be convinced raspberry.
yeah,
I could be convinced.
There's just a tartness to it.
Yeah.
That cherry is
raspberries-
too sweet.
Raspberries and smoke.
Raspberries and smoke. I could buy the berry notes.
Very oily. It stays with you. I don't mind.
But there's
I like
a butterscotch sweetness to it. And yeah, the oil. So, okay, here's the cool thing. If it's heavy oil, now remember what we like ages ago, we did the whole thing where we add water, and I taught you about how water creates a chemical reaction in the glass, separates the oils from the non-oils, shoves the oil to the top, and your next sip is usually pretty aggressive because it's all oil content.
I'll say yes.
So what happens with this whiskey is, what happens if you ever taste a whiskey and you think, oh, there's a lot of clingy notes to that?
Yeah.
That usually means oil.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you add water to that and the whiskey sort of explodes, then you absolutely fractured some of the oil out of it, right? That doesn't happen in a whiskey with low oil.
I don't know if I want to ruin this.
Well, I'll try it first.
Yeah.
So what I added was
You're
probably
the
3
guinea pig.
drops of water to maybe 1/4 of an ounce of whiskey.
This is
Now it smells like a space side.
This is the second subsequent whiskey I've had where this has flavors that I have not had.
Oh, this opened it up as a Highland whiskey. So this brought some of the complicated notes
Right.
that were, in my opinion, hiding in the background. It brought those notes right to the
And
front.
in my opinion, it punched me in the mouth.
No, this...
No.
Originally. Okay, so, yeah, I'll be interested to know what your experience is, because this one jumped out a little bit more now.
This evened it out for me.
Wow. We had
Polar opposite.
We had like the total arc of high-low crossing in the middle. That's bizarre.
Totally evened it out.
So this is what I love about whiskey, is that taste is so subjective, right? This is why I am a firm believer, to the point of being an asshole about it, that if someone tries to argue with what you think or like in a whiskey, then they're a...
So you argue with people because you don't like that they're arguing.
No, I don't argue with them. I'll just call them on it. Yeah, when they start arguing with it, my next statement is, you're an
Captain Semantics.
Yeah, no, that's not arguing. Calling someone an asshole is not arguing.
What?
How is that arguing?
Because
You're
no, I'm not.
no,
Now we're arguing.
no, you started the argument by disagreeing with me. If you would have just agreed, yes, I am,
So if Daniel,
there is no argument.
if Daniel ever calls you an don't worry. He's not arguing with you. In his mind, he's just a statement of fact.
Yeah, it's just a fact. It's just science.
Yes.
You're an
He's just confirming the thing that everybody knows. That
Yeah.
you're an
has been thinking it.
Right.
I'm saying.
By the way, everybody has come to a consensus that you are in fact an
This is a great whiskey.
It really is.
Let's see. Dude, I'm in my head, all I can think is we have 2 more videos to shoot.
We have so many comments to get through.
But I want to compare. I want to compare another Loch Lomond to this Loch Lomond.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to go with the 18. I'm going to go with the Loch Lomond 12. See, not bragging. I have it right here. All right.
Now the 18.
Now, by the way,
You did drop the fact that you had the 18. So
Yeah.
there's a brag back there.
There's a
You need to
brag.
make it right with all of us.
Okay, with all of us. So here's the thing. I'm inventorying the whole vault right now.
I'm the people's moocher.
Yeah. I'm inventorying the whole vault right now. I spent 2 hours.
You're showing off again. My
A
God,
week
man.
ago.
My God.
No. Here's why I'm doing this. Because I'm going to post on the Whisky Marketing website a list of everything we have in the vault.
Right.
Right?
By the way, you don't have to be into marketing to go to the website.
Yeah. And so if you want to request we review a whiskey next, we will prioritize what you say based on that list if you want to go read the list.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you want to send us some whiskey, I'm trying to take some mooch notes.
Yeah.
If you want to send us some whiskey for the vault, it's tax deductible.
Right.
I'm just saying.
I will be amazed if that ever happens.
Yeah, it's never going to
Whenever
happen.
people time and time again see freaking wall.
Yeah, no one's going to send us
Nobody's
whiskey.
gonna. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like a rich person sitting on a street corner asking for money.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, in their Armani suit.
Yeah.
Is Armani still?
Oh, wait. Something just happened there on the 12 that
Is this the
if
12?
I can get it in my head.
That's the 12. You have the 12 in your hand.
Okay, yeah, so...
The 12 needs
Okay,
to
so
be-
Thomas, I think it was Thomas that was talking about...
I don't have a 12.
No, hang on.
What happens?
This is going to be yours.
He's the only... Yes, it is.
Thomas, you were asking about trying to find flavor profiles. I'm not going to be able to talk about that in this video because we're already 9 minutes in. I'll talk about it tomorrow. I want to go into a whole flavor profile thing because something just happened to me.
Do I have to be here?
Yeah.
All right.
I got grape in the nose on that, like
God,
wine
you just
grape.
almost killed everything.
I really did almost kill everything.
Grape?
Yeah.
Now, artificial grape flavor?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fake grape flavor, all
Yeah.
just out of nowhere. And I've had this whiskey many times. I've had the 12 many times. Never gotten that.
That's also really nice.
Yeah, that's the 12.
How has this not been in my regular rotation of go-to whiskeys?
Because you haven't... smoke! Okay. What we've just decided is Loch Lomond makes amazing whiskey.
Right. I want to establish a tradition. Every time something amazes us, we don't open our stupid mouths because we do that. Yeah. We just shut the hell up, look at the whiskey,
and enjoy it. Okay.
Little golf clap.
So
golf clap.
This marks the end of this video.
We got so many comments.
And we're just going to enjoy this.
At least Shelby Dog. Shelby Dog had an amazing...
Oh, yeah.
idea.
Well, okay, we'll do that before we end.
Yes.
Even though we're 10 minutes in. So, yeah, Shelby Dog said, you guys should create a whole series of Franken whiskeys.
Yes.
And
yes.
We 100% agree.
And that was based on, he saw an episode where we accidentally did this blend that turned out ridiculously.
Yeah, that was like 3 or 4 days ago.
Yeah. So, yes, we will do that.
I love that idea.
I even like the name, Franken Whiskey.
Yeah, Franken whiskey. Okay. We could bottle that. Okay, so until tomorrow, may your crazy stay this side of legal.
May you return before we have time to hit the subscribe.
Yeah, okay. We're going to take this video out enjoying Loch Lomond.
All right, see you later.
Here's to you.
Bye. Don't do that. It's just weird. The noise is just... It's like you were getting handy or something.
Are you allowed to say that on camera?
Handy?
Yeah.
You can say handy. Not a curse word. It's explicit, but it's not an expletive.
It really is explicit.
It's easy, just don't moan during the shoots. I have one rule. I have one rule. Don't moan.
Yeah. You had one job.
Not to moan.
I think we call this.